Good evening, everybody. This is John Marola from Keeping It Real, Section 5 Football. And as you can tell, we're back at it again. We're going to crown our sixth sectional 5? Double A, B, C, 5. You're right. Winners from last weekend, and then we're going to talk about the games, the championship games, and then the upcoming first round of state games. So the season's getting very exciting, but it's definitely winding down. But first, I have to introduce my partners. On my far right, Section 5 Hall of Fame coach from East High School, Coach Paul Burgandy.
Thank you, John, and hello, Dave.
Paul.
Exciting time of the year.
Yes, sir. And our man in the middle, Fairport High School's Hall of Fame coach for football and baseball. I don't know how many people involved. How many people have baseball and football?
I don't know.
You're definitely in
Jim Thorpe.
Well,
I'm talking Section 5.
But even mentioning guys that I think Don Quinn was a baseball, football coach.
In fact, Don Quinn was my baseball coach in high school.
Wow.
My freshman and sophomore years.
Wow.
I'm trying
We were the best conditioned team.
I'm sure you were.
I'm wondering, that combination of, and even, the way it is now, how many football coaches are coaching multiple sports, and what are some of the others?
Not as many.
No,
I don't think.
definitely not
There's
as many.
still some.
So before we get going with everything, let me wipe out a couple things here, first of all. First things I'd like to say is I am in the process. I'm switching out the old pictures from last year, our sectional winners from last year, and I'm replacing them with the 2025 winners, our Section 5 winners. So you can go at the end of our show and just keep watching and seeing the new stuff I got put up. If you have any pictures, I can use any pictures anybody sends in. Just send it to my email, or if you know my number, just send it to that, and I'll for sure put it in.
John, I have one from my high school yearbook.
I'll take it. Is it? Hold on. Is it black and white?
Actually, it's a portrait. They didn't have cameras yet.
Picasso.
Yeah.
Wow, that's stunning. Okay, after the pictures, I have to also remind everybody, for all the people out there that has subscribed to our channel, we have to say thank you very much. It is growing. Our subscribes are getting a little better. On our off season, I'm going to really concentrate on looking into getting our subscriptions up and getting our sponsors. Try to work on that a little bit in the off season. So those are the things that I'd like to do. And in the off season too, we will be doing our show once every 2 weeks for January, February, and after that we'll just see how things go. But and we still have to get the Section 5 coaches on. I've already made a couple phone calls. I had one of the coaches. I said, Coach, so-and-so, I'd like to have you on our show, when your season's over with. He goes, Coach, I would love to, but I don't even know what day it is right now. And I'm like, I hear you, because all three of us have been in that boat. When you get into states, especially back when we were there, as far as the scouting, today's world, it's a lot easier.
Right, with the huddle and the different technology that you can get these games on, the social platform.
Yes. So we are going to get into it right now. Coach, you ready?
All set.
Here we go.
Well, John, as you mentioned earlier, we are into regional play. We crowned 5 sectional champions this past weekend. And let's start with the D classification. Avon, who finishes their regular season at 9-2, with a 45-15 victory over Notre Dame Batavia Byron Burgeon in the sectional finals. It is Avon's second straight title, and I think it's 3 and 4 years or something. They've done very well as of late. Cal Dolgus was the game MVP for Avon. He had 3 touchdowns, including a pick 6 of 41 yards. Dolgus has had a great career at Avon. Avon converted 3 turnovers into touchdowns.
Wow.
So the defensive side of the ball was equally as effective. And Avon will go on to play Newfane out of Section 6 Friday at All High Stadium in Buffalo. Don't know a thing about Newfane, but I'm sure Avon's got them scouted.
I've heard of them. They're in the mix in Class D as far as sectionals and states every year.
Yeah.
So I know they're a solid program.
I'm sure it'll be a good matchup. But Avon has been playing very well as of late, and they've got strengths on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
So that is an advantage certainly going in. In the Class C's, one of our two unbeaten teams, Alexander Pembroke, finished 10-0 with a 30-14 victory over Letchworth, Warsaw, Perry. Letchworth had a great year too, finishing 8-3. Alexander, again, 10-0 to move on. Ryder Reichart for Alexander Pembroke, 161 yards rushing and a touchdown. He was the game MVP. Pierce Dinkins, rushing touchdown. Brody Heckman, a rushing touchdown. Brent Maloney blocked a punt, returned it 30 yards for a touchdown. Jacob Johnson recorded 5 tackles. And Sean, I'm going to mess up the name, Piet Sikowski had a touchdown rushing and 7 tackles for Avon. And Avon will go on to play Chautauqua Lake, Westfield, Brockton, a combined school district or districts, Saturday at All High Stadium, and that'll be noon. So congrats to Alexander Pembroke.
Now, before we go on to the rest of it, let me mention to people, if you've never been to their stadium there, it's an older stadium, but one thing I do love, the spectators are all underneath the roof.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to worry about rain or snow getting on you or anything like that. So,
John, for fans who may be interested in attending these games, where is All High Stadium? Do you know?
It's, if I looked into it more, it's about an hour and 15 minutes from here. It's not in downtown Buffalo. It's more on our side, like Lackawanna side.
Okay.
It's an older stadium. We played there a long time ago. But I enjoyed it. Our kids enjoyed it because we won. But like I said, it's an older stadium. It's got the roof over it, which is really nice. So
artificial turf.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay, I've never been there, as far as I know. I'll maybe get there.
I wonder
this
who
weekend.
plays there during the season. Is any high school uses that as their home field?
I don't know.
Well, as you know, it's called All High Stadium, so I wonder if it's a bunch of clubs
all high
use it.
schools.
They use it as
maybe
a
like their
facility.
city teams.
Yeah, that maybe uses that like how we use whatever
Downtown sports
compound sports
complex.
Right.
Okay, let's move on to the B's. And Monroe, our second undefeated team through the regular season. Monroe finishes at 10-0 with a 40-0 victory over Honey Falls Lima in the sectional finals. Monroe jumped out to a 28-0 halftime lead.
Right.
Never looked back. They are ranked number 1 in New York State going into regional play. It's their second title in 3 years. Well-balanced offense and defense. It seems to be a team that complements each other. They force turnovers. They capitalize. They can hit home runs on offense.
Yeah, and then defensively, I believe they've given them 1 touchdown the whole
I think
season.
so, yeah. And it may have been to Honey Falls
It
Lima
was.
earlier
I
in
think
the
it
year.
was, yes.
So they figured out how to defend them this time around. The defense forced 4 turnovers. Pooty Cunningham was the game MVP. He's their quarterback. He rushed for a touchdown, threw for 1. All sorts of big plays in the game.
And you know what was interesting, too, with that is they hadn't played in 3 weeks.
Right.
And there was no drop-off as far as their play, no rustiness. They were up 28-0 at half.
I'd be interested to see how they handled that over the 2 weeks off.
Well, yeah.
If scrimmaged or if what'd they do?
Yeah.
Keep them engaged. But obviously they did a nice job.
Well, I had heard, too, that I believe Rush had a week off, too, a bye week.
Yeah,
they were going to
did.
try to set up some type practice scrimmage, but
Okay.
the section said no, with that. But they were 2 teams that had open, weekends.
Ray Garcia for Monroe rushed for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. including one 70-yard touchdown jaunt. Lewis Fallu, 21-yard touchdown pass from Cunningham. Jeremiah Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run. Messiah Hampton, name we've been hearing for a couple years now, 13-yard run for a touchdown. DeMarcus Trammell, 2 interceptions. And Hampton also had 11 tackles on the defensive side.
Yeah, and I had heard that about what an excellent defensive player he is at the linebacker position, and he gets overshadowed by all he does, catching the ball. But he is an excellent defensive football player.
For sure. Jermaine Montgomery, along with scoring a touchdown, also contributed 12 tackles. So they've got guys both sides of the ball that are very effective. Monroe plays Saturday, 3 o'clock at All High Stadium against Lackawanna out of the Buffalo area. So it'll be interesting to see if Monroe can continue their run.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, they are ranked currently number 1 in the state. In the Class A's, Brighton, 24-14 victory over East. Brighton finished 9-2. East goes to 8-3 on the year. Good year for East. And Brighton has played very well as of late. 7-minute drive in the fourth quarter, iced it for Brighton, ending with a 26-yard field goal by Patrick Newcomer. Ball control for Brighton, the difference, in a very competitive Class A this year. Brighton, 34 minutes of possession in the ball game.
You're talking 48-minute game to have that control of possessions of the ball.
3/4 of the game, basically.
And John and myself were at that game, and my I guess reaction to everything else. First of all, it was an excellent football game. I mean, everything was earned in that game. I mean, you get 3 yards, 4 yards, and there's 4 guys on you. That. But I guess the old adage, and this is what impressed me so much with Brighton. You talk about big time players step up in big games, and that Heiniger, the linebacker,
running back,
that was offered by University of Buffalo. There was a late in the ball game, on the second half, they had the punt from, I think, deep in their end. It was like 10 or 15-yard line, and he pulls the ball and runs it, and he gets the first down. They probably needed.
It was 4th and 16.
4th and 16, and it wasn't like kicking from your own 15.
That was unscripted, right?
You know what? I don't know.
Well, that's what we said. We said they couldn't have called that, and I think Coach Liam said they did not call that, but he puts it
saw something.
And that's one of those, as a coach that we've been there.
No.
Yes.
We've all seen that play.
But I thought in that particular game, because the Medina kid ran well too, they had another running back that had a big yardage. On the east side, the same thing. East had opportunities, and that was probably the biggest difference in the game. East had a couple drop passes that were going to go for touchdowns. And when Brighton had been beat, they got behind early, and Brighton stayed ahead. I mean, East scored the first series of the game, and then Brighton came back and answered, and then pretty much that was the end of the first half.
Yep.
They both controlled the ball. And but hats off to Brighton, because that was a championship drive late in the game.
There was 3:15 left in the game.
And I think they got the turnover, the interception for a touchdown. That was big. And Brighton made a big stop. East got down to about inside the 10. And I think, East tried some trickery. Remember, it got blown up, and that's again one of those where, if it doesn't work, why is that being called? And if it works, you say, what a great call.
Was that the Philly special?
It was right. They tried the one that the Eagles used.
Yeah, the Philly special.
Right. And that got busted up, and it came away empty.
Yeah.
With that. But, John, we saw the same thing, but you got to take your hats off to Brighton. East is a very good young team. They're a team to look out for, because quarterback's a sophomore, young man who caught the touchdown pass as a freshman. And we knew the linebacker who's a junior.
He's a sophomore.
So there's some really good football players there, too.
Well, Coach Van's done a nice job with
Yes, he has. Yes.
Brighton 3 interceptions in the ball game, which anytime you can turn somebody over three times. That's a factor.
And
Coach Liam, going back to Matthew Heiniger, Coach Liam has said he's the best player he's ever coached.
He is a horse.
Maybe the best player ever, right?
There were tackles that he made, and kids, running out of bounds, and he punches the ball free, and it just, he knocked the ball, but it went out of bounds. He was all over the place.
And I believe, the thing about him with that fake punt, it's football IQ. You know what I mean? He's definitely looks like he's got the total package as far as the physical build. I mean, if you look at him,
right,
he's got to be 220, 225.
And you bring up a great point, Johnny, his IQ. Because I looked at that, and I really, I think East came through, almost had a block on, and they were coming, and he kind of bobbled it a little bit, and then he looked and he held it, and brought him on, and then just beat him to the outside.
And like we said, it was 4th and 16.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was like no, and then unbelievable though. They this time of year, the last couple of years now, Brighton they're definitely stepped it up a notch, and they're going to be something to reckon with as far as states.
And, they made a field goal late in the game in a clutch situation.
That was a game winner.
Yeah, a game winner, too, to clinch the game. So they do a lot of very, very good things.
They rushed for 251 yards against East. Zachary Rosignol, 138, and a touchdown. Justin Medina, 91 yards on the ground. Amari Snowden, 6 tackles. Patrick Rohr, 2 interceptions. So a lot of standout individuals. But even more importantly, as a team, they've rounded into form here.
Yes, they have.
Brighton will play Friday
McKinley
at 8 o'clock against McKinley out of Buffalo at All High Stadium.
I was telling these guys, if I can try, I'm going to try to get out to that game Friday night.
Don't know what the weather holds this weekend. I haven't looked at any reports yet. I don't know if you guys have.
I haven't. I can start looking right now. I'll let you know to the moment of weather. And go on to the doubles.
And while you're doing that, we'll go ahead to the double A's. And it's an exciting matchup in the double A final. 2 teams that one had never won a sectional title, and the other who had never won a title
because they combined.
As a combined school.
They won it as a Mendon, right?
They won it as Mendon a couple years in a row back in the 80s. But Penfield, 21, Pittsford, 10. Penfield's first sectional title ever in school history.
Congratulations to them.
And that's a club that's won 5 straight now after a 1-4 start.
Right.
Or maybe 6 straight. They finished at 7-4. 3 touchdowns in a 4-minute, 20-second span to turn that game around.
And those were fourth quarter touchdowns, right?
They trailed 10-0 with a minute or so left in the third.
Wow.
Pittsford had pretty much controlled the game defensively. Penfield had the ball right around the 45-yard line going in. Quarterback Dom Junta on a scramble for 34 yards. After a running play inside, Junta then took it 11 yards for the touchdown to put him on the board. That made it 10-7. And the ensuing after their kickoff, they hold Pittsford to 3 downs and a punt. And A.J. Theodorakakos caused a fumble. This is into the end of the third. Jack Beidelman recovered it. And I'm sorry, that's what led to the first touchdown. Theodorakakos causing the fumble. Recovery by Beidelman sets up the long run by Junta and then the first touchdown. On the next possession, Jake Maurer blocked the punt. And Theodorakakos took it in from 3 yards out for a go-ahead touchdown. Made it 14-10.
Where did they block the punt at?
10-yard line.
10-yard line. Okay.
And it was funny, the ball was blocked and it just kind of sat right on the 10. But they took it in after a couple of plays. Now on the ensuing kickoff, a squib kick that Jake Maurer recovers.
Okay.
And right away, the momentum just shifted completely. And Brody Joyce sent a 31-yard touchdown to ice the game, make it 21-10. Junta was named the game MVP for Penfield. Theodore Keikos had a great game on the defensive side.
Now, you know what I want to bring up, and again, hats off to Penfield. Congratulations. And I think, you know, we were talking earlier, didn't Penfield lose their running back earlier in the game, too? Their number one running back.
Zane Krotman, who's had an outstanding year, went out early with a leg injury, and I'm not sure how serious it is.
So to lose your starting running back, you're down 10-0. The weather conditions were probably, and talk
Off
about
and on rain the whole game.
You know, and you talk about a team that believed in what they were doing, and next man up.
Yeah.
Joyce, who normally is a receiver, went to the running back spot for most of the way, and then AJ took over late for a few carries, and he's been out, offensively all year with his injury. But congrats to Coach Bianchi and his staff at Penfield, and they will play Saturday at 6 o'clock at All High Stadium against Bennett out of Buffalo. And Bennett's usually pretty solid.
Yeah, they have been a representative in that classification, in the last 5 years, 4 or 5 times now.
Bennett has 2 kids, and I can't think off the top of my head. They have 2 Power 5 kids on their team this year, and they're solid. They're as solid as you're going to get. I mean, they're big, strong, and fast, and you got to bring your A game because.
Who knows at this point? Penfield's playing very well. Mm-hmm. They've got a solid kicking game, which is helpful, and roll the dice now, boys. That's all. It's uncharted territory, but they're there. They have a brick, and they're ready to move on.
Now, I just got up on my phone the weather for Friday at All High Stadium. We have a 20% chance until 2, and then it's just partly cloudy, 47 degrees.
It'll be warmer.
Gets down to like 41 around nighttime, and it doesn't look to be too bad. Saturday is partly sunny all day, and we got temperatures ranging anywhere in the daytime from 45 down. At nighttime, it's going to get down to like 38.
It's football weather.
Yep.
John, besides being Mr. Keeping It Real,
you
are now Al Roker. You've got the weather.
Right. We got weather reports.
We're trying to do everything here. We're trying to, we're informers, Jeepers.
Well, speaking of informing, I believe this coming Monday, will be the Eddie Meath game, right, John? And that is at U of R. And I don't know if you can get information on the Section 5 website as far as some of the players selected, some of the coaches for that game.
Do you know what the time kickoff is?
I do not.
Okay.
6 or 7?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock Monday night is the Eddie Meath game. And I know we've all had great experiences coaching in that game, being part of the Eddie Meath game, visiting the kids at the hospital that Tim Hill would set up. And it's just a great, football game and what is done for those kids.
Absolutely. That was always a draw. The other thing I always enjoyed about it was, you always have a few of your own kids in there, but, you think the guys on the other teams are, they're a bunch of clowns or, nobody they get together for a week and everybody's best friends. They're sharing decals.
Yeah, right. Those helmets are all completely coated after that.
I always enjoyed that part.
Yes.
And getting back to the hospital part of it, it was always fun going up to the kids' rooms. And, I remember we tried to, if there was somebody that was from the city, we would try to we'd make a special effort to make it to those kids' rooms. If there was somebody from some of the county coaches would, or found out what town the young man or lady was from, and seeing them and passing out some football gear to them.
Going back to that, I remember one year I was coaching in it, and we, you get, like we said, you get to meet different, the players from the other teams, coaches. The one is the kid from Franklin, Squeaky. Remember him? Really, really, really fast kid. He was a character. When he come to practice every day, I laughed and my stomach was hurt because I was laughing the whole time. They had a lot of fun with him.
Well, you know what, too, and this is when the game was played in the summer.
Yes.
And you guys remember this. There was guys that would come back that played in the game that wore their jerseys and sat up in the the stands, and might have been a kid who played 4 years ago or 7 years ago, but they'd wear and come back to that game.
And the 1 year that I coached again, as far as like a coach, myself and Brian Moran got to be, good friends. We'd have practice and then go out afterwards and, have
To talk about the game. You went out afterwards to talk.
No,
Exit
after practice and the game. We'd go out and get some chicken wings and some Diet Cokes and enjoy the night.
Just like the players, some of the players that they compete against, it gave some of the coaches an opportunity that maybe they have coached against each other or maybe not.
Yeah. Well, you'd meet Finger Lakes guys and you get to know them a little bit because we didn't play them during the year, but same with the players. Kid from wherever.
I remember. I was coaching with Jim Lemline one year. You and the late Gary Parisi, and you guys were decked out in your Hawaiian shirts.
We wore the Hawaiian shirts.
Like those hula bowl guys.
That was a summer game.
Yeah, that was a summer game. But I do remember that one.
That's right. We made that decision.
So it was fun. That was a great time.
The Eddie Meath game was a lot of fun, and it was just a good time. I mean, just everything about it.
Let's hope we can get some people up there for the ball game.
Yeah, and I don't know, again, I'm sure you get tickets at the door. I don't know if they do anything pre-sale or whatever, through the section.
Will you lads be attending?
Well, if the weather is in our favor.
Let me check the weather.
Take it away, John.
All right, the weather for Monday night in Rochester. Let's see what we got going on.
We should probably get a map.
Yeah, we
Rochester
need
5-day
to.
forecast.
Right.
Okay. When is it? Monday?
Monday.
Oof. Sunday is 49 and sunny.
That's not helping us.
Tuesday is 42 and sunny. Monday is 40 and rain.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, hold on until 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, the game's kicked off at 6.
So it goes from 50% at 6 o'clock to 0% at 8 o'clock.
So the rain won't hurt.
Well, too, and I know we talked about it on the last show, that, a lot of those kids are planning on playing college football, but for some, that may be their last football game.
Oh, definitely. I mean, so going in. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention about this coming weekend with our teams that are representing us going to Buffalo this year, is it the 4 out of 5 teams that are going this year are repeat winners?
Well,
Double A, no. A, yes. B, yes. C, yes. D, yes.
Well, they got something going. One of them was weren't they an 8-man team that now is combined? Pembroke, and
But the majority of the teams except for Penfield have been in this position last
before,
year.
right?
And I think that goes a long way. That really goes as far as playing at a neutral site, especially if you're going to Buffalo, Syracuse, whatever, this time of year. My advice, I talked to Mike Weimer. We were talking a little bit. And my biggest advice I would give them is when you get to the Dome, get there as early as you can. Get the kids off the bus. Get them walking around inside. Let them look at the ceiling. Let them get that. We played Elmira Free Academy one year, and we happened to get to the Dome at the same time, our buses. And that was our third game of the year playing in the Dome. So our kids, get off the bus, they get their bags, they get inside. Those kids get off the bus, and their heads never look down. They were looking, and I go, they're in trouble. And it's just, it goes a long ways. If your kids have never experienced, which a lot of them haven't, playing at the Dome, it's kind of gets to you. And another good example was the year that McQuaid made it to the state finals. They lost to
New Rochelle?
They lost to New Rochelle. The year before, Aquinas played New Rochelle in the finals, and Aquinas beat them. And New Rochelle came in the Dome, and their heads, I swear to God, they come in, they're looking up, and I said, they're in trouble. I told Ebert. I said, and Ebert, he don't know. The year before, I go to the McQuaid game with New Rochelle. They came with their heads down.
Focused.
And I was like, oh, boy. And the McQuaid kids came in with their heads up. So being familiar, especially in an atmosphere like that, which you've never experienced, some coaches never experienced that, it's definitely different. I mean, we've all been, there. And
We were there and won it, and then went back to the finals the next year, and it was a nightmare the second year.
Starting with the bus ride.
We played Ithaca High School there, and actually we played an early game, probably at 11 o'clock, and it was hot in there. And this is, they call it the Carrier Dome, and there was no air conditioning.
No, there's no air.
In there. But, to your point, that I remember even our kids were, looking up, taking pictures. It was just so, all new.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go there, get there. My suggestion: get there early. Let your kids walk around. Let them experience the place a little bit.
We were fortunate to play there, and we also played at the Ralph Wilson Stadium.
Yep.
Which was a treat too.
Yeah, and it's too bad that as the last year of the Ralph, that the games aren't being played there.
Did they play their finals there?
They might have played their
did.
sectional, but I'm saying is we used to play the
regionals
there too.
Yeah. That was enjoyable. I mean, think of the places that we've coached at with our kids, throughout the years. I mean,
well, listen, good luck to our 5 representatives this week in regional play. Let's hope they all bring back a victory.
Well, and congratulations on their great seasons.
Yes.
All these teams have.
And we will follow teams as long as they're still playing.
And then we'll get you to our last episode will be a kind of like what we did last year, a AA, team, in a
our own keeping it real Section 5 football team.
Yes. So stay tuned for that, and we're just going to keep going as far as we can go with these guys and see what happens. So I'd like to say good luck to all of you, and just do what you've been doing, because something's going right if you've gotten this far. So, we ready?
Ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Keep it real, Section 5 football.
Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
one in a million, super rich. Got so much dough, I don't know what to do with it. Suddenly, a part of me just wants to go back to how it used to be. Suddenly, a part of me just wants to go back to how it used to be.